Listen, YouTube, I'm sorry. I was not going to do a Tectone video today specifically. I had it pretty much lined up to where I was going to give Tectone at least 4 days of a break because I had other things to say from his previous YouTube stream before he was on ban from Twitch. But I was like, no, it's really not worth it. It's things I've already said before. But then I saw this, and I have no idea what the context of it is. But as with anything in this community, in the gacha scene, in the content creation space, it's so toxic and pervasive that it never ends. So I can only assume that Pink, in this case, again, is just having to constantly deal with people mentioning the issue over and over and over and over again. And I cannot say definitively, because no names are exchanged here, that this is related to anyone specifically. But if you've been following this saga, and I have, and I've done my due diligence, you'll know that her previous tweets regarding any of these subjects are still on her Twitter. There have been no corrections, no edits. They have not deleted anything. Apparently, a police report's still there. A cease and desist is out. A cease and desist is out there. So everything has been done above board, in my opinion, regarding Pink. So whenever she makes a statement regarding anything related to this, I'm going to cover it. And I'm also just going to include what I'm going to include for the Tectone part of this as well at the end, because I think it is important. And if I'm going to do this, I might as well do that as well. And that's unfortunate, because I don't want to do it every day. But if there is newsworthy things, if there's information, so let me get to this tweet. What I went through wasn't fake. And what the other girl, and I don't know who this girl is, I can assume it's someone that we've talked about in the past, but maybe it's recent. Maybe it's a new thing that I haven't even discovered yet. And if you know, let me know in the comment section and I'll look it up. Endured was very real. Period. I've had fake friends lie. Do you know that whole saga that Tectone was on about the VAs and about the VTubers? Do not be fooled. Even Mr. Pokey talks about this, and I didn't do a reaction to that video, but I watched, I think, a couple minutes of it. He even talked about the fact that Tectone's been covering these VAs and these VTubers and said that this happens in the gacha space. This happens in content creation space without you having to hide your face to people like Tectone and his friends, quote unquote. Lie and post fake DMs of me. Not of me, of her. A fan base harass me. I don't know, quote unquote. What fan base would that be? Well, there's any number of them. And we know that there's a collective here. That it's not just one content creator. It's whatever content creator's adjacent person that wants to get favor will also have their community, and it will just continuously compound. And I'm sure it's unbearable, and you almost just want to like disconnect from the internet. But if your livelihood is part of the internet and social media, you really can't. Other CCs blacklist me because they don't believe you, obviously. What me and the other girl have gone through is every victim's worst nightmare, period. I'm doing so much better now, though, living life to the fullest, traveling, making content again, seeing my family again. It sucks I have to hear about someone yapping. I don't know who that is, but apparently someone was. And maybe in the last stream that Tectone did, that's what happened, but I didn't watch it all. Maybe I will now. He was playing Wuthering Waves all day, or another game, Clair Obscura. So I don't cover him when he's. I don't watch him when he's playing his games. I barely watch him even before that. But I'll keep my head up and no longer be afraid. Again, these posts are still on her Twitter. They have not been corrected. They have not been deleted. In the narrative and the diligence of someone like Pink has been consistent. And the lies, as far as I can tell, are non existent. If you look on the other side, well, that is a different story. So let's cover Tectone.
Knowing the fact that I was homeless 8 years ago. Knowing the fact that I was homeless 8 years ago to what? Knowing the fact that I was homeless 8 years ago to what?
Wouldn't you know that the second day or the third day, all days get mixed up, that he was banned from Twitch and went on YouTube? He decided, because it's technically semi-new community, to use his old tried and true method to get people to support him. Before we get to that, we're going to lead up to that with a little bit of this part of the video. But eventually we're going to get to that point that I have just mentioned. So bear with me, but I can assure you, you're going to spot it as soon as you see it.
Do you guys know a content creator by the name of iDubbbz? Any of you guys know him?
We'll skip this part.
You guys know who iDubbbz is?
I'll edit this out most likely, but...
Which, by the way, before that comes out and before that gets invited, before I get invited, I'll wait for somebody else to run one. And then maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'm not going to... I will donate $10,000 if you do a boxing match. Okay. Okay, then go ahead. Bro, you give me $10,000. I will do a boxing match this week. Straight up. By the way, I want to make it very clear. Yeah, I would love to fight MTash. Yeah, I would fight MTash too. Absolutely. 100%. Gotcha smack? No.
I don't think he'll win against MTash. I only say that because I am not sure how skilled MTash is. MTash says he's fit. Gotcha Smack is actually fit. Tectone is also fit. But boxing requires you to have a certain mentality, which I do not know if MTash or Tectone have. I think Gotcha Smack can get there because of how many testosterone enhancements Tectone has had. He may be more of a animal, or as he put it, a monster, because of his alpha trans. So maybe he can get there. And that might be the reason why he beats MTash. I don't think he beats Gotcha Smack, though.
No, I got too much love for Gotcha Smack. Plus, he's far too short. Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't think that would matter. Although, it's going to matter. Don't get me wrong. It always matters for reach and advantage. And Tectone, I believe, is 6'3". And probably Gotcha Smack is 5'10", 5'11". He could still make it up, but it will definitely be more difficult.
Couldn't do that. No, I would. I can't fight people who I like. I can't do that. Plus, I said Genshin Impact creator. It wouldn't feel good.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is the biggest cop-out ever. And let me just reference this if you didn't see the part about the iDubbbz thing where he said he's going to turn down the invitation for the iDubbbz thing, which is convenient because iDubbbz is in a lot of news because of Ethan Klein trying to disparage and then the connection between Hassan. The fact that he said Genshin Impact streamers, and I don't know who they are specifically, But I can just assume that they're not going to be ready to fight. And it's like the worst audience, the worst content creators ever. But that is part of the course for Tectone because he wouldn't want a fair fight anyway.
Good beating down one of my brothers, right? I need to fight somebody from the worst community on the fucking planet. Also, you always said that Asmonbald would show good Steam numbers on YouTube, and finally has a good example. Great, man. Yeah, absolutely. Bao put up a video on her experience. Yeah, we got to react to that. Yeah. People don't realize how tall Baldy is. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, in case you guys don't know, I'm 6'6", 248 pounds. So it is going to be kind of hard to find someone in my weight class, especially in like this.
Okay, well, if it's 6'6", then yeah. Unless Gotcha Smack's 6'3", I think at 3 inches would be within reason. If it's lower than that, you probably couldn't have a fight. Even if Gotcha Smack, which I believe is a much more proficient fighter than Tectone, and I think he has the mindset for it, I don't think it would still be advantageous. Now, if it was like if it was something like super weak, which I don't think Tectone is, I think Tectone's weak-minded. I'm sure he's got strength, but even if you have strength, you have to know it's a technique as well with boxing and leverage and all that, and foot applications and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, but if it's like within 3 inches, yeah, sure. I think Gotcha Smack still wins.
And this, this legion of like soy creators. I can fight Doro. Yeah, I can fight Doro. Doro and I are the same height. That'd be cool. Mr. Pokey? Oh, I would love to fight Mr. Pokey. That would be awesome. Well, no, no. It would be a good fight, but I still got too much love for Mr. Pokey in my heart, man.
Hey, is this stereotypical? But there's no way Mr. Pokey's 6'6" or 6'3".
I do. I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, I would not want to do that. Nah. Yeah, nah, I couldn't do that. Yeah. 6'6", short king? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so anyways, we got some shit to go over. So we're going to go over it. Obviously, I can't watch everything because a lot of shit's copyrighted. Then we're going to watch Bao's response. But yeah, we got some shit here on the Daily Scramble that I want to go over. And I do just want to say...
Okay, here's the bit after the commercial.
Oh, Spice.
I'll edit this out now that I'm going to edit the video.
Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a honeymoon in Fiji.
Here is it. That was the precursor. That was me just making fun of the fact that he turned down the boxing match and the Alpha Trans thing. This is the actual bit that I was referencing in the beginning. Tried and true. Turns off the music. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. You don't need it. Get ready. Hold on.
I want to thank everybody for supporting the YouTube streams and the subscriber count and the members and the super chatters. And dude, honestly, the people on Twitter too. Everything's blowing up right now in a very good way. And the support for my channel has been fucking incredible. So I just want to say thank you guys so fucking much. I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. Genuinely, you guys are the greatest. Thank you so much. I do not take this shit for granted. I do not take this shit for granted. I don't think this shit's going to last forever, but I'm going to enjoy it for every single fucking second that I can. And just know.
This is not the part that I was going to make a video on. The next part will be. When he says the next part. Because this is like whatever, and it's bullshit that he's getting this much support, but it's indicative. Dr. Disrespect did far more worse than what Tectone did to get banned, even though I'm sure that he got banned for some other reason. And he got all the support too, which is pretty normal now. Whenever you come back from a ban, if you're this high profile of a streamer, you get so much money. You know, he probably netted like 30,000, if not more.
I appreciate you guys so fucking much, for real. Knowing the fact that I was homeless 8 years ago to where...
If maybe Tectone didn't call people a fat fucker, that the only thing they've seen is something from a McDonald's bag. If maybe Tectone wasn't as fucking toxic as he is, if maybe He didn't complain about his fucking house and how much it costs and that he wants to move. If maybe all of those things were true, I could understand why he would use this. But those things are not true. And he's exhibits all the bad qualities from someone who I think has moved past that point in his life now. And even if he hasn't, this is clearly a tactic. And it's not meant to be resonated. And I can't, and let me make this very clear. I cannot speak to Tectone's mind. Maybe there is a multiverse, that there's a Tectone out there that actually does feel this way about his homelessness, and that it constantly reminds him of what he used to be, and that's what drives him. Maybe. But I think that Tectone would be a lot nicer.
Where I am now, I know none of that happens without you guys. So thank you guys so fucking much. And I hope that the content's been good enough to where you guys are entertained every single time I go live, every single time I upload a video. I upload quite a bit.
I would like to see how many donations come after the fact that people realize he was homeless. And listen, he does not let people not know that.
5 videos every day. And the fact that I'm getting...
You don't upload 5 videos. Your editors, which I can't speak to their salary. I think last time you spoke publicly about this, and I think it was related to Gacha Smack stuff that I saw, it's a percentage of what you get for your overall income every month. That's what they get. But still, knowing what I know about editors in this space, you don't upload, they do.
Getting millions of views every single day is honestly, it's humbling. And I greatly appreciate that, guys, for real.
And I'll also put this in here. He lost his editor. I don't know if it was this stream or the stream before. I don't know if he was joking about, he said the editor was Minecraft. I don't know if the editor quit or if the editor just taking a day off or whatever else, but he actually promoted an editor right off the spot. Again, that's not how this works in normal business. This space needs to be regulated. And once it is, I can assure you, there'll be a lot of people that you will not see in this space. Because they don't want that. Because they're greedy and they want to make all the money.
Real. I do not take that shit for granted. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my fucking soul. For real. Thank you guys so fucking much. I hope I never let you guys down as a streamer. And
you have. You've let a lot of people down.
I'm going to be real. And I'm glad I have you guys here from YouTube chat. If anything is...
This is the other part. And this is the last part we'll touch.
...ever said about me, if any bullshit is slung my way, just come to the stream.
Come right to the stream. Come to the magician. Come to the car salesman. Come to the therapist. I will smooth talk you into believing that I'm right. My community will help with that. Almost like it's a cult.
Stream. Ask me what's going on with this. I can make everything make sense.
Yep. Always has an answer. Always has an excuse. And if worst case scenario, I don't have a good way to visualize this. He'll play the victim card. Just so you know, I reacted to about 5 minutes of a 5-hour and 54-minute stream, Tectone, or anybody else, if you hire a third-party company to try to copyright claim me. So go ahead and try. Again, this opened with Pink talking about her continuous issues with being constantly berated by the community and having a negative reception. My name is Suzy. If you like this video, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.